Traces of the supernatural reveal themselves more often than intelligent and reasonable men would prefer them to. Chimeras, worshipped by our ancestors centuries ago, crawl back into the light from ancient times. The directors of our fate rain ash down on us from the grey heavens. They conceal themselves beneath us, above us, and among us, staying hidden until we muster up the resolve to meet their malevolent gaze. Having been discovered, they appear in the flesh for a mere moment, and then they expire horribly, wreaking havoc on the world that they rightfully see as their toy.
So, it's all about trickery to you? Wherever have you come from?
No. I detest trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
Well, the muscular contraction is there. Means you're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What a silly place. It's stuffed. So it's not real for now? I don't think it has started yet.
Does it matter what it's made of? It's definitely struggling. We need to perform sectio transversalis. Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else is there to do?
I know what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided. Only a miracle can set us free without us having to destroy something. And I can do miracles. Just let me.
Will you please be quiet? You're a liar and a thief. Who is going to believe you when you keep lying to yourself? The truth is my shepherd. Whatever happens, I will find answers, and justice will be restored. I will perform the operation. Medica morbo adhibe.
Don't you go all bossy on me, clever clogs. You will act justly, but your justice will blind you and become his demise. This calls for the gentle hand of a surgeon. Step aside, both of you.
Your gentle hands are used to killing, not giving life. You will inevitably do harm. As for Brainy, he has no regard for casualties at all. Neither of you knows compassion.
Yes, it seems unlikely that we'll get along well, but there's only one truth.
Any choice is right as long as it's willed. That's the truth of the matter.
Only the heart will show you the right choice. Stop thinking about yourselves. Think of the sick. He's in pain. I can't see it yet, but I can feel it.
It's not even a trap. It's a grave. Subipsum funis sumus. Can't say I hold a soft spot for it.
I can see that. You're full of hate. Stuffed or not, it's breathing. I can hear it. It can be healed rather than killed.
You mean you won't become a killer? But you will. Mark my word. That's exactly what will happen. But I can avoid it.
No, we won't ever get along. I suggest we be on our way. The sooner the better.
Off we go then?
Let's go. The clock is ticking.
And there we have it, our next introduction to our second character, the Haruspex. How do they call upon the Menku, the faithful of a warden kin, known by their hands, for they are butchers, known by their eyes, for they are surgeons? Those who follow the lines, they who are the leaders of the kin, they who speak to the Urluks, they who know the secret art of Haruspecy. What is a Haruspex? Reading the future in the entrails. He knows that a body bears semblance to the universe. His scalpel follows the lines of the body. His steps follow the lines of his kin's fortune. A Haruspex that can tell a true line from a false one is entrusted with power. A Haruspex who is confused by his path gets buried deep into the deep black flesh of the earth. This is the story of a person who has avoided the contradiction, eager to rip a doomed life apart, masterfully fulfilling his true purpose in the process.
Artemy Burakh is coming back to his hometown after an absence of 10 years. Born to a family endowed with a caste right to cut living beings open, he was preparing himself for this line of work since childhood. Artemy's father, Isidore Burakh, a wise man and philosopher well respected by the locals, had admitted to the limits of traditional knowledge and sent his son off to study modern medicine in the academy. Artemy has been travelling from town to town, learning theoretical and practical surgery for several years now. Suddenly, a mysterious letter appears with his father giving him notice of his impending demise and begging Artemy to return and accept succession. Unwilling to wait for a regular freight train, Artemy follows the rails through the steppe until he's caught up with by a small shunt locomotive. This is how young Haruspex arrives in the town.
From this point forward, I am the eldest member of the Burakh family, a Menku. I am the heir to my father, Isidore Burakh, a warden of the kin, the supreme Menku of many years. The inheritance of my father will nourish my mind and my body alike. It is a question of life and death for me to claim it, for it will imbue my dissolute existence with reason. I am one of the Menkus, those who know the lines, those who open up the body, those who link the earthly to the under-earth. The duty of the Menku is to serve the children of Bodo, to interpret coincidence, to point out decisions informed by wisdom. The very reason of my existence is to carry out this duty. Who will I become if I will fail to bind my destiny with my father's calling? Day 1, in which the Haruspex turns from a rightful heir into a dangerous criminal. So we just seen a pretty nice introduction to the town, getting attacked by 4 men, but seems like Artemy was able to handle himself. Let's take whatever they've got. You never know when this stuff might come in handy. 2 more friends. So, Burakh, you're almost dead. Got a few more minutes left to live. I'm here to solemnly announce that. Are you with that crowd? No, of course not. They were but peaceful townspeople, craftsmen, factory workers, kind sons and good fathers. I'm far more dangerous. I'm the mask of fate. Some peaceful townspeople. Why did they try to kill me? My friend will explain that. So what did you want to tell me? You've been hit on the head several times, and the locals have heavy fists. Not sure you've noticed already, but you've got 4 stab wounds, one of them seemingly rather grievous. Massive blood loss too, and the local climate doesn't allow for too much strain. Any heart conditions? Some. My heart's a bit too soft. Well, your health is in a sorry state. Am I wrong to suspect you haven't eaten for a couple of days and had no sleep last night? Your expression betrays you. Your hunger and exhaustion are also critical. I wonder which of these unfortunate afflictions will become the end of your first. So what's your plan? What would you recommend? You'll need a first aid kit to restore your health, or at least some bandages or tourniquets. They'd stop the bleeding. Painkillers would help you make it even further. Where do I get them? You can mug the passers-by or barter with them. Children would gladly trade most valuable things in exchange for what others consider junk. Moreover, our drunkards usually have bandages on them. When you're drunk, it makes sense to always be prepared for a fight. When they're hungover, however, they'd sell their own sister for a bottle of water. Water is scarce here. Is that enough to make it to the evening? You're also hungry, aren't you? Very hungry. You don't have to mug people to sate your hunger. Food can be found in shops, although your reputation would preclude you from enjoying their hospitality. On the other hand, a whole warehouse of meat was robbed yesterday when it was unlocked for shipping procedure. What's hurt my reputation so much? An unfortunate misunderstanding. I wouldn't be so rash as to call it slander, but it looks very much like it. Tell me about it. My friend will do it better. That's his part. My job is explaining to you how to keep your body in a working condition. Alright, go on. If any of the noble townspeople trust you enough, you can always sleep at their place. Just remember that you're an outlaw for now. The only person who believes you is Vlad Oglimsky. I'll show you where he lives. You can get some sleep at his mansion. Don't forget to apply bandages before that, unless dying in your sleep is the career opportunity of your choice, that is. I'm an outlaw. Be careful. Towards strangers. They're afraid of you now and will attack you in a heartbeat. Don't trust anyone. Speak to my fellow executor. He wanted to have a word with you too. Okay. Now to our other friend. Welcome to your hometown, Warden. It's been a long time since you've been here. You probably don't even remember the spicy odor of twire in the air. Yeah. Do you know why you were attacked? No. You've been mistaken for another person. They are looking for a murderer. A very important and well-respected man was killed last night. The townsfolk loved the deceased more fervently than some children love their fathers. Don't be too hard on them for their outburst. So I should feel sorry for them. Apologize, perhaps. They are naive. In towns like this, reputation is everything. Books are judged by their covers here. Even after the last page is turned, no one is going to examine you in detail. A minor rumor here, a gossip there, and you're a public enemy already. You've got 0 reputation. The only option available to you is living with the consequences of this. What should I do? Restore your reputation. Do that now, and at any other time it becomes low. People are foolish and weak. One day you're beaten to a pulp and laughed at, the next you're worshipped. As for the 3rd day, oh well, I think you've caught my drift. What I'm saying is, any misdeed can be atoned for, and you'll be loved just as fervently as you were hated. How do I restore my reputation? Do good deeds. The town is small, rumours spread like fire, growing hundredfold in the process, and they are spread by children too. So your reputation will be restored, just don't be wasteful with it, it's fragile. What makes it low? The decrease of your reputation depends first and foremost on the number of living beings you've made less than living. It also depends on how you influence the people whose fates are bound to yours. You'll meet those special people. They're called the bound sometimes, a silly custom, but a useful one. Special people. 30 or so, each of them possessing their own unique traits. All of them hate one another, all of them are habitual liars, all of them deserve to live. Yet some of them are incompatible. Someone has to die so that another may live, and you know what that means. How will I recognize these people? That's not hard. They are striking personalities, locally famous, even though not all of them are of noble descent. Beggars, outcasts, little children even, bound to be a bit closer to perfection than the common crowd. I see. Thanks for the advice. And the Haruspex enters the crazy world that is Pathologic. There's a group of men. Well, that was close. What have we here? Children.
Murderer, murderer, they say. Damn, no one can kill Simon Kine. No way.
A new face in our small society. A fighter. A doctor. A doctor? Gee, we've got a doctor already. Quite unexpectedly, too. You haven't got one like me.
In trouble, to be troubled is to have your trouble doubled.
You're not one of Grief's men, are you? Who is this Grief? Bad Notkin is the kingpin of the criminal world. He has a lair in the northern warehouses, where he trades in weapons, twirine, and other nastiness. Every murderer and criminal has a connection to him, one way or another. That's the way it goes here, and that's why I'm asking you again. Were you on your way to him or not? Do I look like a criminal to you? Some people came running through the warehouses a few minutes ago. They told everyone that a horrible killer, the whole town's apparently already out to get him, had tried to escape by train, got ambushed, killed everyone, and was now going back here. And so now I'm thinking, were they perhaps talking about you? It was self-defense. They mistook me for someone else. Okay then. You do look like you've been through a lot. We'd like to help you, but we've been robbed too. And as bad luck would have it, it's the medicine that's been snatched. Leica, that bastard. He's a traitor, a thief, a thug, and a prick. Who are you talking about? Leica. The name fits. The prick's a natural-born bootlicker. I can't even figure out why he sold us out, or who to. The thieves or the dogheads. He's stolen the most precious thing from us, from his mates, the bastard. And on top of that, he's done it right when a war's about to start. A war? A war with the dogheads. That stinking bastard, that heartless, soulless little rat, stole the most precious thing we owned, murdered a friend, and ran over to the enemy's side. We used to think he was one of us. Was he pretending all along? He deserves to die, to be killed. Where is he now? He's probably with his thieving buddies. At first he hid in the steppe, and then he just vanished. Probably took a roundabout to evade us. We lost him near the barrow. Then we had to run away because the thieves appeared all of a sudden. If you find that bastard, do cut him into pieces, please. You mean kill him? Yes. The bastard doesn't deserve to live anymore. I'll give you my revolver as a gift then. One thing though, if he's with a dog, don't touch it. One must never hurt dogs. Alright, I'll have a chat with him if I find him. So he's just across the bridge. Oh, we're already under attack. That's a great start. See if we can outrun them. Real pleasant way to enter into a new town. So we know what's happened from the Bachelor video I did yesterday. So Simon Kane has been murdered and they think Artemy is the killer. Or at least somebody fitting Artemy's description was going to flee. Hence why I'm being chased now and probably going to die. But things might not be as clear as they seem with Laika. Who knows? I mean, kids going to war with each other, killing each other for some medicine. There's probably more to that story. I changed my plan in that I was going to just do a Bachelor run through, then a Haruspex run through, then a Changeling run through, but I decided actually I want to do the stories concurrently as they happen. So I'm going to have to fight this guy if I can. See if we can get him. Oh. I don't want to kill him, but damn it. I didn't want to, but he wouldn't leave me alone. So that baby crying indicates my reputation has gone down, and when we hear a baby laugh, my reputation has gone up, so it's unfortunate it's dropped. That was a bit inevitable. That tells you how dangerous the situation we're in is. We're getting attacked on the street by randomers. So let's talk to Laika and see what he has to say for himself. Who are you? What's your business here? Gathering Twire, are you? I came here for you, little doggy. Oh really? You're in cahoots with them then too? No way. So, who sent you? Someone who's very unhappy with you. They want your blood. Are they nuts? Why are they bullying me? So I did some snooping here and there. So what? So I did some double agenting. Ugh, I'm done. Don't want to rat out the soul in the halves to the thieves. I don't want to rat out the thieves to the soul in the halves. I'm the only sensible person around here. Why do they want you dead? This is your last chance. I don't like traitors. Hey, that's nothing at all. So I took something. It's common property, right? So it's mine too. They'd have slang wanged over the schmouder anyway. You could say I did them a favour, and so I hurt the doggy, true, but in self-defence, nothing more. One's right to defend himself is sacred, right? Yes, I can't argue with that. Have mercy on me, good man. He who saves a life will be rewarded. I just can't tell you what they want me dead for. It would make me feel real bad, but I won't do it anymore. Alright, get out of here. At least that may have balanced our negative reputation we got earlier, but I'm not gonna kill a kid. I spent too much blood as it is. Killing that randomer just there, the 4 men at the station. And I don't know Notkin well. I don't know the whole story. And the Haruspex is someone who knows the lines, follows them. So my plan is, after this video, the next video I'll release, it will be Clara's first coming to the town, her first encounter, so we'll kind of see how her story plays out alongside the Bachelor and Haruspex. So right now the Bachelor's at Eva Jan's and going to meet Georgi Kane, whereas our Haruspex is going now to return back to Notkin and then go to Vlad Oglimsky. I apologise about the stuttering, the game is a little bit unoptimised, but I think there's some fixes I could try and do to make it a bit better. But yeah, the idea is the 3 stories will kind of blend as we come into them, and as I play them one by one, rather than just doing the whole one story in one go. Hopefully all the pieces might fit better together this way. again. Notkin won't be happy we didn't deliver the justice he wanted.
Murderer, murderer, they say. Damn, no one can kill Simon Kine. No way.
I couldn't imagine we'd find such a rat among us on the eve of war. I've met your traitor. So what did you think of him? A bit pathetic, really. Exactly. So what did you do to him? I let him go. Puh, what kind of ripper does that? Where did you get the idea that I'm a ripper? Well, never mind then. Perhaps you did the right thing. I feel better now. I was so angry I couldn't breathe. You were right not to kill him. Did you at least give him a good thrashing, though? You told me not to hurt dogs. He partially fit the description. So we've restored our reputation a little bit. We didn't get the revolver he promised, but at least it's a good deed done. So I'm going to leave it there, and in the next video we'll head on to Vlad Oglim's Sky and see what he needs from the Haruspex. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for Clara and The Bachelor as well. Take care, have a good day.